In this video, I'm going to give you a simple template on how to move your feet after your last punch. Very important. You got to move your head, move your feet after your last punch. So this is called step in, step back. Or if you step back, step off. Again, step in, step back, step off. Let me show you what I mean. So when you're facing your opponent, and it doesn't matter the combination, I step in with a jab cross. When I step in to punch my opponent, now I'm in his range where he can counter punch me or hit me back. So what I'm going to do is I step in, I'm going to step back. Okay, so again, I step in, I'm going to step back. Again, here, I'm going to take 2 steps in, step. Again, step. That's step in, step back. Now, it doesn't matter which combination I do. I can go jab, cross, hook, step back. So step in, attack, and then step back to get out of range of his punches. Now, the one thing you don't want to build a bad habit doing is always going straight back. I see people all the time, they go in and they're always going straight back. And it's easy for your opponent to follow you back and trap you against the ropes or hit you while you're going back. The golden rule is, if I go in, if I'm crouched and I go in, crouch or having a tight structure or defense, I go back out low. All right, what I don't want to do is go in low and then pop my head up and go out high. Okay, but it's okay to step in and step back as long as you get your hands up, you get your chin down, and you get in that medium crouch. You got to get low. Okay, so the second one of this is if I step back, I'm going to step off. So what I'm going to do is when I step back, I just sidestep out and I turn my hips. I sidestep, turn my hips, face my opponent. Okay, so let me show you the full thing. I'm going to step in with the jab cross, step in, step back, step off, changing the angle. Again, I'm going to step in, step back, step off. Now I can double it up and keep moving. You get the point. Now I can step off to the right-hand side or I can step off to the left-hand side. So again, I step in, step back, step off, and I turn my hips. Now a regular side step is I just go lateral like this. Side step, okay? But what I want to do when I sidestep is I want to turn my hips and my shoulders in mid movement and face my opponent. So I'm just sidestep here, now I'm facing this way. My opponent's over here. Now he's got the angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sidestep and then turn my hips towards my opponent. So again, quick review. I'm going to step in, step back. Okay? Then from there, I can step in, step back, step off. Or if I take out the step back, sometimes I might step in, step off. Again, now I can go to the other side. I can step in, step off. Now I'm doing a little pivot there. So you get the point. To attack your opponent, to hit your opponent with hard shots, you got to step to your opponent. The problem with stepping to your opponent is you're vulnerable for a counterattack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly step in, step back, and then step off. Now, if I want to stay on the inside and work in the pocket or try to get close to work on the inside, I can step in and hit, and that's when I do more of a peekaboo. I can move my head to stay in the pocket and then maybe spring to the side. But your basic boxing fundamentals is the step in, hit your opponent, step back, and then step off. Or step in, hit your opponent, and step off. This is a very good template that you can practice. Now you can do it in sparring, on the mitts, but the best way to learn it is just by yourself on the heavy bag. So if he gets his hands up and pretend he's a heavy bag, right? I can step in and step back on the heavy bag. Imagine me doing a 3-minute round of just locking it down hard, jab, cross, and then step back. Jab, cross, step back. Making sure when I go back out, I'm locked down, all right? Or then I can add the step off. So I can step in, step back, and then step off. Then I can attack again at that angle. Okay, so I can step in, step back, step off, and then re-attack my opponent. That is it. Give this a shot. Get on the heavy bag. Start moving your head if you want to stay on the inside, or move your feet if you want to get in and out and not get hit.